Testing 1, 2, 3. Alrighty. Let's make sure that I got all my charts up here like I want to. And I don't know what this what bookmap did, but it's different now. So now we don't have the daily and weekly time frame, which I don't quite understand. We have the 30-minute time frame saying that we do go down lower, so we'll talk about that here in a second. Alright guys, welcome to the Crypto Angel channel. Let's get this thing started. If you guys are new, make sure you guys hit the like and hit the follow or subscribe on the way in. It does help support the channel and I do appreciate it. As always, we go live every single week, Mondays and Saturdays. Usually it is earlier, because I did switch the time to 7 p.m. Central Time, but because of Memorial Day, I did end up switching it a few times. And finally, we're live now at 11 p.m. Central Time. But let's kind of see what's going on. I don't know what the turnout will be because it is technically a holiday. So happy Memorial Day, even though it's almost Tuesday here. Anyways, right now the Crypto Fear and Greed Index is currently coming in greed at 74. So just be cautious of that. Until we get, close to 90 though, I still see more upside for Bitcoin. So let me close this tab now. If we go over to Bookmap, even though I don't think it's very useful anymore without the daily and weekly time frame, Bookmap does have some liquidity down here at 108,200. And I also am a little bit more bearish than bullish short term until we at least get into Tuesday. So we'll see what happens, but I mean, the 50-minute time frame is making a lower high. The bullish scenario is that you broke out of this downtrend or the downsloping resistance line, and now you're breaking out. And now the bullish scenario is that you're making you got your move up, and now you're making a flag. So really, you're above the 200-day moving average on the 50-minute time frame, and that usually is my model to long. So despite Bookmap has liquidity to the downside at $108,200. That's not that much lower. So if I actually had to take anything, I had a bearish bias coming into this live stream, but I gotta be honest, I kind of like what I see for Bitcoin for a move to the upside here. So let me zoom in here a little bit. So to me, like, you had to move up here. And I don't know what the volume is or anything like that because it is obviously a holiday weekend. But I will say that this does suggest you get a move further to the upside because you are flagging out above the 200-day moving average. So that is a good sign. Again, what is not very bullish to me is the fact that you are overbought right now. Technically, it is a lower high. But could you make this a bull pennant here and get that move to the upside? The measured move would take you as high as $110,250. So we'll see what happens. That is the measured move out of this bull pennant here. But I personally would not trade this because it is lower volume on the weekends. But that is a bull pennant, and by the books, that breaks out 68% of the time. So there's a 68% chance that we get a move to $110,315. We'll see what happens, but that is just one scenario. And let me get the comments pulled up here so I can see what's going on. So yeah, the bull, I'd be looking for a move up here on Bitcoin based on the 50-minute time frame. But now let's go to the 1 hour and work our way up. The 1 hour also suggests that you broke this downsloping resistance line and you are above the 200-day moving average and you're flagging out and you oversold on the RSI. So the 1 hour looks like it's about to rip to the upside. And actually, the bigger scenario, bigger picture here for the 1 hour is that that's a falling wedge, and you could call this a bigger pattern here. So we'll see what happens, but actually the 1 hour looks bullish to me as well for a move up to the upside. And the 1 hour suggests that this falling wedge could take you as high as 112,000, which is, of course, your all-time high. So to me, I'm bullish on the 15-minute time frame, and I'm bullish on the 1 hour, even though you are overbought on the 15-minute time frame. Now we jump down to the 4 hour, up to the 4 hour time frame. And on the 4 hour time frame, you're still well above the 200-day moving average, and you're flagging out, and you've had consolidation for some time now. The 4 hour time frame suggests, yes, you are coming down on the RSI, but the 4 hour time frame actually does suggest a move as high as all-time highs in 112K. And remember, on the weekly time frame on Bookmap, we looked at the other day, we have liquidity at $120,000 for Bitcoin. So we'll see what happens. But I am actually looking for a move a little bit higher this week, and at least to all-time highs sometime by Friday market close. We'll see what happens. Remember, obviously, only 4 days in this cycle or in the work week because of the holiday. Thank you for the likes on TikTok. I do appreciate it. So we'll see what happens. But of course, that's something to take note of. is a shorter work week. So basically, Tuesday will probably trade as Monday when the so it's probably lower liquidity tomorrow. But then Wednesday and Thursday, I still expect to probably be when we get a bigger movement to the upside on a Bitcoin. We'll see what happens. Let's jump up to the daily time frame, and then you look at the daily. And if I get rid of all this stuff that I just put here, and we kind of restart, and we just look at the daily time frame, you can see on the daily time frame, you got oversold on the RSI. And let me just kind of get all of this out of here. And like you flagged out, and you flagged out bullishly. And at this point, it's kind of looking like we want to get this bounce back to the upside. So I got to be honest, guys. I don't know why, but for some reason I had a bearish bias coming into this live stream, but I am actually based on what I'm seeing right now is pretty bullish actually for Bitcoin. So, that could very well, I'm going to say that's likely your low at $106,547. And at this point, we could be looking for a move further to the upside. So I told you the 50-minute time frame was in a flag, a bull pennant, and your measure move was about what I think that was 110,250. Then the 1 hour was in a measure move going back to all them highs, and now you have a bull pennant on the daily that would rip you up to 119,000. I also just said the bookmap has liquidity at 120K, so the daily time frame making a bull pennant here would suggest a move to 119, 120,000 sometime in June. I'm not going to say it's going to have a beginning of June, but that would be your measure move is about 119, 120K on Bitcoin, and ascending triangles make the same highs, so you could be looking for probably not break of all them highs this week, or if we did, it'd be later this week, sometime Thursday, Friday, but you are making higher lows. So to me, this is the most likely scenario is that we start to get moved up here on Bitcoin, and this is not financial advice, but this could be a great time to be buying more Bitcoin or to be entering a long trade on Bitcoin right now. So I love what I'm seeing actually, and I'm actually very bullish now after going through the time frames from the 50-minute up to the daily. It looks like we could rip to 120K, maybe not quite this week, but probably sometime in early to mid-June. So in the next 1 to 3 weeks, I'm looking for 120K, and Bitcoin probably more like 2 to 3 weeks, realistically speaking. But I'm looking for a move up, and we'll see what happens. It looks bullish to me, and I would be looking for a move up. So thank you for the likes, of course. And again, I don't know. I didn't know what the turnout would be because, of course, it's the Memorial Day and all. And then I'm going live at a different time than normal. But again, I digress. Bitcoin looks bullish to me on the daily. So for whoever is watching, it looks like we could get a nice move up here in the coming days and especially in the coming weeks for Bitcoin. So if you guys have requests for altcoins, let me know and I'll look at them. I gotta be honest, I did long this flag here earlier today on PNG. It got a nice rip up. It almost hit the take profit. And then it dumped right back down. And now it's kind of just meandering around a little, I got in right below 20 cents, so we'll see what happens. But, yeah. My stop loss is the 200-day, 15-minute. If we lose that, I'm out. And so hopefully we don't lose that level. But that's my current trade on PNG. It actually doesn't look that hot anymore. But I did take a long on PNG. We'll see what happens. The 4-hour time frame also on PNG. You had this bull pennant here with a measure move of 28 cents. I talked about this on Saturday. I was looking for a higher move up. So we could still be getting that. You could get on a small breakout of this bull pennant here, and then this could just be a retest of the breakout zone, which would be obviously bullish. So we'll see what happens. I'm still on PNG, and we'll go from there. Thank you, Michael, for the follow. I do appreciate it. So, yeah, that's kind of what I see going on. By the way, we're live on YouTube as well. I appreciate if you guys hit the likes over on YouTube. So, yeah, I'm bullish for this week on Bitcoin. And again, I use Bookmap on a YouTube channel, and I don't really like this because they switched it up. This is a YouTube channel I use, but they switched it up, and now they don't have daily and weekly levels for Bookmap that tells you where all the orders are at on Bitcoin. So last I looked earlier today, it was 120K, but now they got rid of that, and I don't quite understand why. So let me just see if we can find it again. So you have this, but that's not really what I want. So yeah, I don't like the fact they got rid of it. Oh, maybe it's here now. Oh, okay. That was weird. So now we do have it. It's on a different YouTube channel. All right. I don't know what's going on. So yeah, you look on the weekly, you have liquidity at 115,000, and you can't see 120 right now. It's too zoomed in. But even if we just go to 115,000 in the next few days, that is very probable. You can see that the biggest red is up at 115,000. And then if you look over here on the right, which is the daily, you can see that we have a lot of liquidity at 112,000, a lot of liquidity at 112. You have to understand we also have some at 105. So I would say that Bookmap, at least on the daily, is a little indecisive. We could go either way here to either 112 or 105. But based on what I just showed you on the charts, to me, it suggests we get that move to all-time highs. And that, to me, is the most likely scenario, is that Bitcoin goes to all-time highs this week, and then we can go from there. So despite Bookmap having some liquidity at 105,000, I think the most likely scenario is we go to the upside here. So we'll see what happens, but that's just based on the charts alone. It looks like Bitcoin wants to get a move to all-time highs again. And then possibly again in 2 to 3 weeks, I would say 119, 120K. Shane, welcome to the middle of the live stream. How's it going on TikTok? MS, welcome to the middle of the live stream. Anyway, so that's kind of what I see going on. I'm looking for a move up here for Bitcoin. Is there any other altcoins that I want to talk about? Not particularly. ETH, Bitcoin, not doing much. Ethereum, let me look at Ethereum. I am long on Ethereum. I've been long on Ethereum for like 2 weeks now. It's just taking its time. So we'll see what happens. I'm still long on Ethereum. If we hold the 4-hour 200-day moving average coming in at 2,200, I will stay long on Ethereum. And really, Ethereum is sitting on support right now at 2465. If Ethereum can break out here and move to 2770, which is resistance, then guess what? Altcoins are going to follow suit. So we'll see what happens. I'm long on Ethereum as well. So I would, if Bitcoin gets a move up, I would assume Ethereum will probably slightly outperform it or just follow Bitcoin. And we'll see what happens. I could also see this being a Sammy cup and handle, or a cup and handle, I should say, on Ethereum, and then you measure move for Ethereum. Whoops, didn't want to move that support line. The measure move for Ethereum would be a slightly higher high, up to approximately 2950 on Ethereum. So to me, Ethereum, I'm looking for a breakout this week on Ethereum. The 4-hour RSI does need to cool down a little bit more, but I'm looking for a breakout on Ethereum sometime this week. So we'll see what happens. Guys, it's late. I'm going to probably wrap it up if I don't see any requests. So I'll give it a minute. If I don't see any requests in a minute, I'm going to skedaddle, and I'll be back live again on Saturday. But overall, I'll be posting videos throughout this week. I'm going to post a lot of videos on YouTube, so if you guys are not subscribed to me on YouTube, go check me out. I'm going to do a few videos on Bitcoin, XCN, Jasmy on YouTube, so go check me out on YouTube. Crypto Injury 333. If you guys would like to join the trade group, click the watermark in the right-hand corner of your screen if you're watching on YouTube. If you guys have requests for videos, I can do that as well. I will do a video on Ethereum this week, and that's probably about it. Wi-Fi, I could do a video on Wi-Fi as well. So we'll see what happens. I haven't looked at Wi-Fi in a while, but I might do a video on Wi-Fi as well. Thank you for the likes again. 47, I appreciate it. Anyways, that's kind of what I see going on for Bitcoin. And again, I think most likely scenario is a move to all-time highs based on the Sunny Triangle and based on Bookmap. I will say Bookmap's a little indecisive, but Bookmap does have liquidity at 115, so that gives me the faith and the hope, well, not hope, but faith that we get that move up here. And if Bitcoin goes up, everything will. So my longs will keep doing well, and hopefully that'll save the PNG trade that I am in currently. If Bitcoin rips, I would assume the PNG will follow as well. Guys, that's about all I got. It's a very quick update. It's a holiday, so I'm not going to stick around too long. But I just want to update you guys on where I see the market going, and that would be overall to the upside, at least on Bitcoin. So that's all I got. Cheers. I hope you have a great rest of your Monday night. And I'll see you guys in the next live stream Saturday, 7 p.m. Central Time. Until then, trade safe. Have a great week. And yeah, I would be looking for upside on the crypto markets. Let me look at Tesla one more time before. I didn't look at Tesla yet today either. I did long Tesla a while back, and again, I see Tesla like the Bitcoin the stock market. I see Tesla getting a move probably in the next 2 to 4 weeks, up to $426. And it's in a bull pennant. And really, if you can hold 327, I see a bigger move coming up for Tesla, at least at 316 and then 426. That's my update on the markets. I hope you guys have a great night, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers and adios. Oh, by the way, one more thing I do want to say. I'm long on ZBCN. That looks good to me as well. So if we hold the 200-day moving average on that chart, I'll stay long on this. We'll see what happens. If you hold the, yeah. But the trend is your friend until the end. A lot of these altcoins are in an uptrend, including ZBCN, which is up 373% in a month. So to me, don't short the trend. Don't try to go against the trend unless you're scalping. I'm not gonna give you advice, but I'm long, and I will leave it at that for most altcoins. And now I see a bull pennant probably forming again for this coin. And if that happens, you're going to make a new all-time high. You just made a new all-time high, I think, earlier today. So we'll see what happens. But again, guys, it looks like Bitcoin does want to get a move up. And a lot of altcoins, including this one, ZBCN, looks like you want to get that move up as well. So we'll see what happens. I'm long on Ethereum. I'm long on multiple coins right now. I'm long Ethereum. I'm long Solana. I'm long ZBCN. I'm long on... there's another one. The one I just talked about, which I can't remember. YGN, I don't remember what it was. PGN, that was it. So I'm long 4 assets right now. You could even say I'm long AMP, but I'm in 4 long trades right now. So I'm looking for a move up here on Bitcoin. If Bitcoin gets a move up, altcoins will as well. That's all I got. I'll see you guys in the next one. Cheers, and have a great rest of your Monday night. Adios. Alrighty, guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for stopping by. Goodbye.